feel so compelled. So tonight, we're going to be doing another fact video. And we're going to be doing 50 facts about astrology. Obviously, if you have negative things to say about astrology, I have like 100 other fact videos. Maybe not, but almost. So I don't really need you to talk about whether it's real, whether it's stupid in the comments. If you don't like astrology, it's cool, man. No biggie, no harm, no foul. Go spread some love instead. Anyway, my sources, not my facts, my sources will be linked down below as always. And if you have any requests for what topic we should do next, leave that in the comments. I am always looking for help to decide on the next topic, so that would be awesome. But before we get into the facts, because it's astrology, we have to light a candle. I forgot my clear quartz to cleanse the energy of this video. It's probably a bad omen. We've got our coconut lime crackling wick candle. And our big lighter, and we're just gonna light this thing up, baby. And then we're gonna talk some astrology, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna put her down just right here, so hopefully you guys can hear it. Hopefully you can hear it, and it's just like relaxing. I put it down literally like right there, and I'm really hoping that I don't catch my hair on fire or something. But yeah, I'm just gonna be reading off my laptop, which is over here, and we're just gonna get started. So, fact number 1. Astrology is a pseudoscience that claims to divine information about human affairs and terrestrial events by studying the movements and relative positions of celestial objects. Number 2, astrologers believe that the moon can influence our bodies in the same way that the moon influences the ocean waves. Think about this. If the moon can affect huge tides in the ocean, it must have some effect on the human body, which is 75% water. If you weren't convinced before. Okay. Number 3. In a breakdown of all the presidents, Scorpio and Pisces birthdays pop up more often than any other sign. There have only been three Gemini presidents, making it the least common sign. Thank goodness, a Gemini in world affairs. I think Number 4. Oh, you know what I actually forgot to mention before I got into this. My brain doesn't work. I just would like to know your guys' sign. So I'm a Taurus sun, a Leo moon, and a Sagittarius rising. So you do with that what you will, and let me know what you are, because I like to know. And if you don't know, you can just put your sun sign. That's okay. Okay, back to the facts. Number 4. Throughout most of its history, astrology was considered a scholarly tradition and was common in academic circles, often in close relation with astronomy, alchemy, meteorology, and medicine. Number 5. You need your exact time of birth for an accurate chart. So they say exact time, but it doesn't need to be down to like the exact minute. It's just better like hour and like 20, 30, 40, not like 20, like 10, 22, like 10, 22 and 10, 21 is gonna be the same. You know what I mean? I think. Anyways, number 6. An analysis analysis of data from the FBI found that Cancers are the most frequently arrested of all the zodiac signs, and their crimes are often more serious as well. Number 7. The word astrology comes from the early Latin word astrologia. Astrologia later passed into meaning of star divination, with astronomer used for the specific term. Number 8. The oldest horoscope that has yet been discovered was for April 29th, 410 BC. This is considered to be the beginning of astrology, although I think it's a bit debated sometimes. I think a couple of these facts are like, this is when astrology started, so I think it's up in the air a little bit. Get it? Up in the air. It's this guy. Okay. Number 9. A survey of 10,000 UK women found that Leos are twice as likely to go to the gym compared to any other sign. Okay, like, I don't remember reading this, but why, like, Leo women? That's it? That's, okay. Anyway, number 10. Instead of astrological signs, in Japan, people attribute personality traits to blood type, so it's not uncommon for someone getting to know you to ask what your blood type is. This made me weirdly remember about this time where I was at work at the mall, and there were these people just like set up at a kiosk, and they were like testing your blood and telling you what type you were, and everyone was like, you should go, like, that's so cool, like, you should go find out what blood type you are. And I was like, why do I want them to know what blood type I am? So they can follow me and kidnap me and steal my blood and sell it on the black market. If it's like O positive or O negative, whichever one's like the really good one, like, you know, I was just like, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna let some random people test my blood. Anyway, moving on. Number 11. Research conducted by Cartoon Network found that Sagittarius signed people are twice as likely to become famous, with 1 in 5 child stars being born during that time of the zodiac. Of course it would be a Sagittarius, honestly. Number 12. Western astrology, one of the oldest astrological systems still in use, can trace its roots to 19th to 17th century BCE Mesopotamia, from where it spread to ancient Greece, Rome, the Arab world, and eventually Central and Western Europe. Number 13. Australian car share service GoGet parsed through information on 100,000 of its users to determine that Leos are the most likely to get busted for speeding. According to the data, Leos are 40% more likely to get a ticket than Libras. If you know a Leo, they can't drive. They can do it, but it's always a little scary, don't you think? I know 2 Leos that I know for sure Leos, and both of them can't drive. They can do it, but it's not like a good time for the people in the passenger seat. Number 14. Analysis of the Forbes list of billionaires found that more of the people on the list were Aries than any other sign. The sign is known for its determination. Well, darn it, I'm not an Aries at all, not even close. Actually, I'm a Taurus, so I am close to an Aries. Anyway, number 15. Data analysis found that more world leaders are Scorpios than any other sign, with 22 leaders. Scorpios are known for their independence and their ambition. Number 16. Although astrology was never embraced by Christianity, that didn't stop Pope Sixtus VI from becoming the first pope to draw and interpret a horoscope for himself in the 15th century. Number 17. What you probably assume is your only sign based only on your date of birth is actually your sun sign, but there are several others, including ones for each planet and 12 different house cusps, all of which you will consider once a chart has been made for you. The 3 biggest ones used while interpreting how they represent your personality are the aforementioned sun sign, the rising, also known as ascending and first house cusp sign, and the moon sign. If this. I'll leave like a little website down below that I use to like figure mine out if you want. Or you can just like Google it and there's like a bunch. So, up to you. Number 18. Following the end of the 19th century and the wide-scale adoption of the scientific method, researchers have successfully challenged astrology on both theoretical and experimental grounds, and have shown it to have no scientific validity or explanatory power. Astrology thus lost its academic and theoretical standing, and common belief in it has largely declined until a resurgence started in the 1960s. Number 19. The zodiac was originally used as an agricultural calendar to help people track when to sow seeds and harvest crops by using the position of the constellations in the sky. Number 20. A German astrologer named Fran Elsbeth Eberton was given Hitler's astrological chart in 1924, and she predicted his rise to power. If only Hitler would have just gotten into art school. Anyway, number 21. An analysis of top athletes found that they had Aquarius as either their sun or moon sign 21% of the time. The next most frequently appearing sign was Cancer at 12%. Number 22. Going through a list of America's most notorious serial killers, two signs stand out above all the rest: Pisces and Gemini. Pisces are known for being loners, and Geminis are known for their charm. Number 23. Your rising sign identifies your personality. Your sun sign inspires your goals and ambitions, whereas your moon sign represents your emotions. Number 24. The popularity of astrology was in sharp decline, but an astrologer named R.H. Naylor managed to bring it back from the dead when he wrote a horoscope for Princess Margaret after she was born. He then began a weekly newspaper column that kicked off a trend, and now astrology is popular all around the world. Number 25. Benjamin Franklin used astrology to predict Titan Leeds' death and published it in an almanac. When the man didn't die on the predicted day, Franklin began calling him the ghost of Mr. Leeds and asked him to leave the earth. I'm sorry, that's kind of funny. A little bit. Okay. Number 26. Most people have aspects of all 12 signs. All 12 signs. Because mostly in like one of your houses, in all of your like 12 house cusps, you should have at least all 12. But not always. Number 27. When the zodiac was originally created, it had 13 signs, but one of them, Ophiuchus, it's Ophiuchus, Ophiuchus, got dropped because the Babylonians used a 12-month calendar, so there wasn't room for it. Number 28. Scientists noticed that schizophrenics had a statistically significant chance of having a birthday in February. The two next closest months in terms of rate of occurrence were January and March, meaning schizophrenics were more likely to have Aquarius or Pisces as their sign. There's a catch, however. The data was flipped in the southern hemisphere, where August was the month with highest schizophrenia rate, indicating it might have more to do with the weather. 29. You are probably used to Western zodiac and maybe know your year in the Chinese zodiac, but horoscopes are huge in India, where Vedic astrology has been practiced for over 2,000 years. Number 30. A survey from Career Builder found that people born under Scorpio, Leo, Cancer, and Taurus signs were the most likely to earn $100,000 or more annually. I believe that. Number 31. Astrologists believe Tauruses are more sensitive to touch, so if you were born between April 20th and May 20th and are exceptionally ticklish, now you have a reason. I don't like that. I'm not ticklish. Me ticklish. phenomena with live signs. This term is a misnomer for what is actually happening. To understand what's really happening, imagine you're in the fast lane of a highway looking out your window at the cars going slower in the other lanes. From this perspective, it looks like they are moving backwards, when in fact they are just going at a different speed. It is the same case for Mercury slowing down on its path, making it appear to be backtracking. I still don't understand, but number 34. Though we tend to only hear about the way Mercury adversely affects us when it appears to be traveling backward, all the planets, including Earth, can have the same appearance. Astrologers take them each into account while mapping out someone's individual chart. Number 35. According to research uncovered by the Daily Mail, the folks born between November 22nd and December 21st, which is Sagittarius, make up the largest number of zodiac signs in the entertainment business. On the other end of the spectrum, Taurus was the least represented sign among famous celebrities. This is true, except for I noticed a lot of people I follow on Instagram that are famous. This year I realized they were Tauruses, like MGK. Is that it? Is that who? I know there was more. I know MGK. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Number 36. Sign compatibility isn't as trustworthy as you may think. Asking someone about their zodiac sign isn't just a cheesy pickup line. It's also apparently totally irrelevant, according to scientists. Whether or not you believe in the traits assigned with each zodiac symbol, the Smithsonian magazine cited several different studies that looked at the success rates of millions of couples and the so-called compatibility between their signs. They found empirical evidence that astrological sign has no impact on the probability of marriage and staying married to someone of another sign. More reputable astrologists have admitted to similar findings, so keep that in mind next time your horoscope says your relationship is doomed. Yeah, I think that that's probably because it kind of depends a little bit more on like individuals, you know what I mean? Anyway, number 37. The word zodiac comes from a Greek phrase that means animal figures sculpted. Animal figures sculpted. Number 38. Ptolemy's book Tetrabiblos was responsible for much of the popularity of astrology in the ancient world. Number 39. Natal astrology is used to predict things based on the date and time someone was born, and is what most people are thinking of when talking about astrology. Predictions about global events and large-scale affairs such as wars and the economy use mundane astrology. Number 40. Because the body is made of mostly water, some astrologers think the moon might have a similar effect on humans as it does on the ocean. Some studies have shown behavior changes around full moons. I already said that at the beginning. Okay, number 41. In the past, astrology and astronomy have been closely linked. However, recently they were clearly distinguished, with astronomy being given the approval of an exact science. In the past, famous astronomers such as Galileo Galilei and Johann Kepler were also astrologers. Go off, Galileo. I mean, the Catholic Church only recently pardoned you, but like a go off king. You've been dead for like 100 years, but whatever. Number 42. Up until the 18th century, people believed so fully in the stars that medical courses had astrology classes in the curriculum. During this time, there was a science called medical astrology that looked at the relationship 4, the astrology community recently rejected a request by the Minnesota Planetarium Society to move the zodiac a month forward as a result of the change in the Earth's spinning axis. Interesting, very interesting. Number 45. The water signs are made up of Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Number 46. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo are the signs that fall into the Earth group. Number 47. The air signs are the signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And 48. The fire signs are the signs of Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Don't I just make sense being an earth and fire sign gal? In my big 3, I'm mostly a fire sign, and the fire signs mixed with the stubbornness of being a Taurus. How does anyone spend time with me and not want to just bonk me on the head and knock some sense into me? Okay, number 49. Astrologer Paula Bueno Brandeo said the first sign on the calendar when zodiacs were created was Taurus. This has changed over times, and these days Aries is first. Number 50. Astrologers say that many Aries have a scar, often on their head, that is a result of being brave from an early age. And I have a couple extras because 45 to 48 were really more like one fact, but I cheated a little, so then I added a couple more. So 51. Taurus is known by astrologers as being patient, practical, devoted, and responsible. Taurus is often considered the most powerful zodiac sign. Did I also add that one in here because I myself am a sun sign Taurus, and I think that there's a lot of Taurus slander on the internet, and we're not appreciated enough. 100%, so I'm being biased. Okay. Number 52. A kind and fair nature is often associated by astrologers with Libras. See, we have some Libra talk now. And last but not least, 53. The most common sign in the world is Scorpio. More than 25% of the population are Scorpios, and they are ruled by the planet Mars. So, go off, Scorpios. Okay, we're gonna blow out the candle now. So, thank you so much for watching. I have a bunch more fact videos if this is something